Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you guys for joining the channel. Bokoto. So, last night, the wife and I, we were like spending had a nice little date night at home. Your boy G became Chef Boyard G, whipping up some of that pasta. But besides the point of having a good quality night, we of course like to find something good and quality to watch on the television together. And one of my wife's favorite shows is Supernatural. I love Supernatural as well. But that's like one of her absolute favorites. So she of course is a huge fan of Jensen Ackles, the gentleman that plays Dean Winchester, who is a pretty damn cool character. And I do think Jensen Ackles is a good actor. Some even have put him in the race to play possibly DCU's Batman. Interesting takes. Uh, However, he has a new show that is premiering on Prime called Countdown. They released the first 3 episodes, and then I believe they do week to week afterwards. That's kind of how Prime does it. That's how it does with The Boys. Now, Jensen Ackles, of course, has played in The Boys. This is a show that's created by Derek Hoss. Derek Hoss has done things like Chicago PD, FBI International, if I'm not mistaken, as well as some other projects. But those are just a few I know he's done recently. And so you kind of get that feel in a way, with those type of shows. I kind of compare it overall. I kind of compare it to Reacher in a sense, kind of the way it feels, right? You got that Prime production, which, I enjoy some of the Prime shows. So with that being said, starts off, we got Jensen Ackles. You also have Eric Dane, who's in a few other projects. I think currently he has, I think, a movie on Prime as well. Motorcycle movie is actually not bad. If you check it out, I can't remember the name of it. And then he's of course popular for that Euphoria. Never watched it, but I know he's been playing in that. However, Countdown, first 3 episodes, my honest take. Like I said, you get that Reacher feel. Get that Reacher kind of, I call it goofiness, in a way. It has like, it's kind of goofy in a sense. It has just like the feel every way. Everybody's talking, everybody's like, they just start planning stuff together and this and that. And but Countdown it takes place in LA, and you currently got different things going on and there's a catastrophe. It actually shows Milo, the guy with the Italian. He's played in like Heroes and stuff like that. He shows up first episode. Um, you know, Spoilers for anybody, just mild spoilers. But they cap him off straight up. So, and he's of course Homeland Security, and so they Eric Dane pretty much brings a task force together of the elite people for different departments in the in LA, and different task force and different that. So he's forming a task force with those type of individuals. And of course you have Jensen Ackles, and then you also have this other woman. She's the girl boss, have to do it. Um, and then you have Jensen Ackles' character, who's I think Jensen Ackles. This is just a good role for him. But overall, like I said, you're gonna get that silliness, good action, fast paced. Uh, you know, gonna watch the rest of it. But I would definitely say it's a middle tier. If I had to rate it 1 to 10 on the G meter, um, it's probably gonna be at the moment, if the first 3 episodes, I'm giving it a 6.5 out of 10 at the moment. Um, like I said, it's not bad. I think it's above average. I think it's average, above average, especially for decent television. Um, but like I said, it almost, you feel like that it's like Reacher, you get that Chicago PD, CSI type of feel, but it's rated R. It's definitely fast paced. Action is good so far. And Jensen Ackles is a great actor, man, and I think his character is compelling. He's complex, he's goofy, he's rambunctious. Um, then you got the woman; she's also very intelligent. Of course, you see them connecting as well, but she also has her demons. So I mean, it dives into the different people in the task force and kind of their lives, and you know, there's a show I can see maybe running for a few seasons for sure, but like I said, it's all right. So hey, man, if you're looking for something to watch on TV, man, you're looking at a good time, especially me and the wife, you know, check it out, man. So Countdown, Prime Video, check it out. That's my honest review. Don't expect nothing that's like, oh man, you're gonna be thrown over the top. Expect something like Reacher. You know, I think Reach is a little bit better, of course, but expect something Reacher light. So that's my honest review, guys. Thank you guys for joining in. Until next time, peace out.